I'm infected by your genetics.
I'm infected.
By your genetics.
What's the best part? Tell me why my genetics such a bitch.
Oh, genetic opera.
Dude, that movie's so good.
That is legit. Thank you, everybody who has joined us.
We are rolling.
We are live. Welcome to the Real Awkward Podcast. I am Andy Case.
I'm Amanda Knickerbocker.
And we are going to fill your eels. Your
what? Your eels?
We're going to fill your eels with joy.
Yes.
Get ready for eel.
Get your eels.
Get ready for eel joy.
Perfect.
Yes. One episode down.
Yeah, this is number 2, man.
Deuces. Okay, not deuces. Right, that's something we don't say on the show.
I remember when
no one told
I
me
was
that.
looking on a website of what like baby names, like when I was pregnant, and one of the names that they recommended that was trendy was Deuce. And
what? Who would name their child
apparently
Deuce?
people do. And I remember being like,
Ugh.
absolutely not. These people have no idea what that means for other things. Yeah. So what?
Come
hey,
here,
little Deuce.
hey, little Deuce.
Deucey.
What if it would be even worse when you're having like that serious talk? Listen, Deuce.
Or Deuce, get over here. Like
All the parents in the grocery store. She calls her son Deuce. Like, how
what
rude
else
is
does she
that?
call him? Yeah. Right. Could you imagine? Like, what's your son's name? Deuce.
Deuce.
The third.
There is Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, but
Male
male gigolo. I mean, but even then it was like, what is that name?
That's pretty bad for Deuce.
Yeah.
Mainly just because in a culture standpoint, it's became synonymous with
Right.
with shit.
It's the same thing of like dick. Like it's the same. You call your
Yeah,
child
you can't.
Dick.
It's so funny that you were able to call people dick 30 or 40 years ago, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's his name."
Yeah.
But now you're just like, "Oh, his name's Dick.
His name's Dick."
His name's Dickie."
Yeah. I don't,
It's dumb. Like,
yeah, I don't get it.
we're so immature, maybe as a culture. I guess maybe
Yeah,
that's
fair.
what it's developed into. Yeah, it's silly
mean,
billies.
I mean, I don't know about
You
guys.
guys are silly billies out there.
I mean, did you go through the list of like names that kids could take your daughter's name and like turn it into?
No.
You never thought about like, oh, okay,
Oh,
I can't
no.
name her this
Yes,
because
you
people
know,
are gonna
you're
make
right.
fun of her.
Yeah, when Ash and I first were thinking about names,
Yeah.
and we got stuck on Cam,
Yeah.
it was instantly like, they're gonna call her Cam the Ham.
Yeah.
Yep. If she's heavy at all, because kids are cruel, she's
Yeah.
Cam the Ham.
Cam the Ham.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was there another one? I'm trying to remember another one.
I don't know.
I think it was-
I
I think
remember
it
when
was
you
it.
guys told me Cam, it was Cam the Ham.
Yeah,
Like,
Cammy Hammy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just terrible for her.
it's funny. It's hard because it's cute when they're little.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with Lincoln Log?
That's Lincoln Logs. But then I know that there are some people like who make jokes about like, you know, we can't have if we have another child like name him Booth or whatever, and I'm like, that's kind of messed up. Like, you gonna make jokes about my kid getting shot in the head? That's terrible.
Yeah, but also, hopefully anybody listening knows that history, because I feel like
Do they anymore?
people that are graduating right now, like, do they even go over that anymore?
No, they learn about 9/11 as a historical event.
It's so bad. Like, it makes you feel so old.
We are old.
But you wouldn't, well, relatively.
Yes.
Most of our audience, if they're listening at all, are probably like, I'm 18.
I hope not. I mean, listen to the podcast.
That's not our, that's a yes, please. If you are our main demographic and you're 18, I apologize right now. That was not a dig. It's just that I'm twice your age.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard for me, like when I get people in my chair and like they're like 18, 21, and it's like, you're out of high school, so I can't just be like, what do you like about school? Like, what are you doing after college?
Oh,
What
yeah,
are you doing
because
after
it's
high school?
over.
Well, yeah, there's like this weird middle, like late teens, early 20s thing where I'm like, I have nothing to talk to you about.
Like, you don't relate.
At all.
Can you remind everybody what you do again?
Oh, I cut hair for a
Yes,
living.
You are a hairstylist, a cosmopolitan.
I'm a cosmetologist, but Andy thinks it's cosmopolitan.
I was for sure.
So to
for a
him, I just
while,
serve drinks all day.
It was cosmopolitan.
I know. I know you are.
Cosmo magazine, right? It's about
That's what I do.
cosmopolitans. So yes, so you have nobody to, or you do not relate to this age range.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't relate to kids either. But this weird like chunk of time when I never went to traditional college, so I don't have the college experience to be like, oh yeah, like sororities, right? Like I don't have
like
that.
partying and dorms.
Yeah,
and,
that was never my scene. But
I didn't do it either.
Right.
We cannot relate to that.
no, I don't. But it's like, ugh, bullies, right? Like I have nothing to talk to them about.
Wait, did you just say boys?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to talk to these kids about.
You guys like boys? Like that's weird.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Why is this lady cutting my hair and
I
asking me
don't
about
know.
boys?
I don't know.
The relation to a lot of these like younger kids, I lose the communication skills when I start to hear words that I didn't know existed.
Oh yeah, no.
So a couple of years ago when I heard like, man, you on fleek right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
whatever thing is on fleek.
what?
I have to learn from context clues.
What
does that mean?
Or yeah, you are fire right
Oh,
now.
I was gonna say fire.
You are super fire. There was
Fire.
another, lit came back.
Yes.
This is lit right
Yes.
now. And that meant something entirely
Yeah.
different in my generation.
Yeah, that used to be our word.
Yeah. This is, we didn't say this was lit. It would say
No.
I'm lit, and then
Yeah.
that meant you were just completely wasted.
Out of it. Yeah. No.
But now it's like a positive thing.
Yeah, and then fire is positive, and I didn't understand that one.
So lit is so light yourself on fire
Apparently.
is a positive statement at
Yes.
this time.
Yes.
Oh, kids,
Oh yeah. It's yeah.
have you heard other crazy
Um.
sayings, pop culture sayings for this pop culture podcast?
I don't know. I know. This is gonna make me sound really old. There's all these apps that kids are using, and I don't understand. Whatever the hell TikTok is, I don't get it.
Okay, all right. So
you know.
I've got a little experience in TikTok.
Tell me.
I'm not on it, but it's literally Vine all over again.
Oh, I never even use Vine.
It's exactly what it is, but now, so Vine, you recorded like short 7-second videos.
Got it.
I think it was 7 seconds. I think it's all you got.
Got it.
And you like conveyed like a silly little message or joke or whatever. Oh, they're back. No.
There are ladybugs in this room.
This is the ladybug room.
Yep.
So with that, TikTok is like, imagine that with just all the Snapchat filters. That's
I don't
what
even
it
know how
is.
to use Snapchat.
That's what it is, and it's now a new thing, and it'll probably vanish just like everything.
Oh,
else
totally.
does.
It'll be something else will come in. And
I'm
take it over.
surprised Instagram is still hanging in there, and now it's been what, close to 10 years. When did Instagram start?
Maybe I haven't been on Instagram for that long, so for me, it's not this thing that's super old. For me, that's Facebook. I don't give two craps. About Facebook
Oh, wait,
anymore.
so Facebook has moved into the.
Instagram started in 2010.
2010.
See, so we're
it's
approaching
about to hit.
almost a decade.
Yeah.
So it's funny. There was a post recently from Jeff, our friend Jeff.
Yes.
And
Shout out to Jeff.
Jeffrey.
If he's watching.
Yeah, you know, or listening.
Yeah,
'Cause you
maybe.
could do both.
That's true.
He basically had a post from Facebook, and like yearly, it like gives you like a reminder of your memories.
Yes.
That you had, and on it was like, sorry.
Sorry, MySpace.
Yeah, sorry, MySpace. I found someone better, or something
remember that.
along those lines. And so now it's funny that Facebook, who he had left MySpace for, is now in the hot
Well,
seat.
it's pretty much everybody's mom or aunt
Right.
just sharing stupid Despicable Me memes or like whatever
Oh,
news
on
articles.
Facebook.
Yeah, and it's like I don't care.
I have to say, Facebook turned me off when everything became almost exclusively political.
Well, sure, but that's totally.
Like, and so at that point, I was just like, whatever happened to all my friends and their families, and like pictures of what they were doing or their interests.
They're on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody moved to Instagram. So
Yeah.
now, question is, what's the next one?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't
What's
care.
the next social media platform?
I don't care.
You talked about TikTok, but I don't think it's going to take over. I think Instagram.
Bring back LiveJournal. Let's go back to LiveJournal, where it wasn't about pictures and it wasn't about likes. It was about your journal entries.
People don't read. That's why Instagram became popular.
But that's why
because you
LiveJournal will
could
be
just-
nice because only the people who know how to read will go to LiveJournal, and then it'll just weed out everybody else who will just
learned
still
to
be on
read.
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh God. Well, sorry, social media.
Yeah.
You'll have somebody new one
Yeah,
day,
probably.
Jeff. You tell me who it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
In 10 years,
yeah.
what'll Jeff be on next?
He'll be our forecast of what's
Yeah.
going to be the next thing
He'll
to
know.
jump onto.
He'll know.
What's been going on?
Not much. What I've been watching some things. So
Oh.
what have you been watching?
Like movies
Or shows,
TV?
whatever.
So, what have I been watching recently? Oh, so my wife
Yeah.
is
I'm familiar.
she is at. There's something in my mouth.
What is happening to
It's a
you?
tongue. I can't take that back.
Nope. The camera got all of that.
She's addicted to baking shows right now.
Got it.
Like
Got it.
holiday
Great British
baking
Bake Off?
shows. Yes, anything you can think of. I come in and it was like Halloween bake-offs, and
Ooh,
then
I
it
like those
was
ones.
Thanksgiving bake-offs and Christmas bake-offs and
I like
like
those.
holiday cake.
I don't care about
making and
Thanksgiving.
all of this
just
stuff,
saying it.
and she's just like, I can't get enough of it, and she just keeps watching it.
Cause
and
she bakes amazing stuff.
she does.
So you reap the reward of the
I-
baking show.
This is fair. There's
so
nothing wrong.
Watch that complaint there, bud, because she's
No,
right behind
it's
the
not,
camera.
It's not, it's not a complaint.
Oh, okay.
You just asked what we were watching.
Oh, right.
I'm not watching anything because on the TV is already a baking show every time that I come into
Got
the
it.
room.
Got it. So you're not watching anything else.
Well, yes, we did dive into Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. We will get to Disney Plus in a
Okay.
couple minutes.
Yes.
What have you watched on Disney Plus?
Okay, so I had myself a very good time. So I browsed through
Yeah.
what was available on Disney Plus. So
which,
I know
Which like that's only like 50% of the things. If you search for things, you'll be like, I didn't even see that.
Oh, see, and we just went like down the nostalgia train. Like
Totally.
we checked out TV shows and movies,
Oh, yeah.
and as we're going down, we're like, I remember that,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and like every single thing makes you feel good. Like whatever it was, you're just like, I miss those days.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing so far yet that on Disney Plus that I'm just like, There's a couple
Yeah.
shows that like just I was too old for, but I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
But-
that's what we found. That I can't. I'm gonna hear that. That's what we found when we got to a couple of the categories.
Mm-hmm.
So it let you do like 2000s and 2010s, and we're just like, yes, awesome, love it, love. What is that? Don't remember.
Don't know
that.
it. Don't know it. Don't
Not
know it.
Sure.
Ooh, 90s stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we were. So I went back to my comfort zone and we stuck with the 90s.
Yeah.
And we watched all of Brink.
Oh, Brink. That was good.
Do you remember Brink?
Yeah.
So one thing that we said when we were watching Brink, we were like, we haven't seen this in forever, and it feels like this was our favorite movie of all time.
Oh, it's trash.
We knew like the quotes.
Yeah.
We knew like the scenes, like and how that they would like progress.
Yeah.
But it is like
It doesn't hold up.
it's the epitome of 90s rollerblading
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And
Have
it
you
was, like,
rewatched Johnny Tsunami yet?
No, but we saw that on
Oh,
the next
you have
few, and
to.
I was like, we're gonna watch that too. Because
Yeah.
that's about surfing
Oh, yeah.
because of Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami.
And I think I watched it maybe once or twice, but Brink,
They made a sequel.
I thought Brink was like the coolest movie when I was a kid. Like I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, wait a minute. They're on rollerblades
Yeah, right.
and they get sponsored.
Right?
It's like, wait, you
I could get sponsored one day.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna strap these skates on and watch me go.
Oh, I'm gonna be
And
so
I was
good.
not good.
Oh, I was terrible.
I was the kid that
Terrible.
fell. A lot.
Okay, what else have you been watching?
We checked that out.
Yes.
What else did we watch on Disney Plus?
I know you watched Xenon.
Yeah, she watches. She checked out Xenon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for The Mandalorian, but I haven't
I
started
have to
it
talk.
yet.
That's. Are you finished talking about what you've been watching?
Yeah, so Brink is truly
Okay.
the only thing that I've gone all the way through.
That's true. We did
Yeah.
start Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
Chippendale.
The first episode still
Yes.
Yes.
Crazily.
No, you're right. And we remembered the characters' names. So
Monterey Jack.
Yeah, but we didn't remember that he was Australian or whatever he is.
He had an accent.
We were still trying to pinpoint it because we were like, what does he sound
Questionable
like?
origin.
And then I didn't realize. So there's Chip and there's Dale.
Yes.
And they're Rescue Rangers.
Magnum
But-
P.I. and
but-
Indiana Jones.
Yes. And I thought Chip was so cool. I didn't realize how high his voice was.
Oh yeah.
Like when I was a kid, maybe I didn't realize it, but now it's just like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Dale? And I'm like, wait, how can you be so cool like a jet fighter pilot, and
Yeah.
then you sound like someone kicked you in the balls.
Yeah. Chip and Dale are the best.
Yes.
I've been trying to convince John to dress up as Chip and Dale with me at Comic-Con forever.
That would be legit.
But-
Those were so we did. We dived into a little bit of cartoons.
Yeah.
But Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was the first one we started.
Yes.
I just didn't have enough time in the day to keep going because I know
No.
we will. We'll go
Yeah.
down that rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
So, what experience have you had with Disney Plus? So far?
Okay. We have been watching a few different things. On Disney Plus, I have watched all the currently there are 3 episodes of The Mandalorian on Disney
so
Plus.
it's not like Netflix where you
No,
can
they're
binge.
giving you once a week. Okay, they come out every Friday.
okay. All right.
I have watched all 3.
Schedule.
The little baby Yoda is the cutest thing I have ever seen. He is so cute.
All of my social media is filled with memes about.
I posted
Baby
one today.
Yoda.
He's so cute. No, honestly, what I like about The Mandalorian is, yes, it's a standalone story. Like, I like that there's not a ton of dialogue. It's pretty quiet. There isn't a bunch of just like blah, 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 blah. You follow a Mandalorian, and he doesn't talk a lot, and you just kind of follow him around. But I like that. And I don't want to tell you a lot about it.
I was gonna say spoiler.
No,
like,
no.
Oh, spoiler free.
Yes, spoiler
Everyone,
free.
this is a spoiler free.
The fact that Baby Yoda's in it is not a spoiler anymore.
No, that's all
it's everywhere.
over yeah.
No, anytime I talk about anything, unless it's like a 20-year-old movie, spoiler free. I really like the first episode is 40 minutes, and then the next 2 are like 33. So I really like.
that's actually I didn't realize how short they were.
Right.
Yeah.
I really
okay.
like that. The first one we watched one evening, and then the 2 we watched a night or 2 ago. But it was nice because, like Game of Thrones or something, where it's like, okay, I need to have an hour and a half free for one episode. Like,
Oh, sure.
like this.
Dun, 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 dun,
We'll
dun,
talk
dun,
about Game of Thrones
dun.
a whole other day. But we don't have time to talk about Game of Thrones. I like that.
Demonetized.
Yeah, we're gonna get murdered. I really like that
Show's over.
you can get 2 episodes in about an hour.
Okay.
I like
okay.
that.
Is it gripping? Like, I mean, with that short of time.
It's interesting enough to make me want to watch the next one without being like, oh shit, when's the next one coming?
Yeah, so it's not
But-
cliffhanger. There's no cliffhangers yet.
Not a
Like epic cliffhangers.
not a
Okay.
like total cliffhanger,
Yeah.
but it like you kind of like each episode is kind of like open to where it leads you into the next episode.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
I'm liking it so far. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No, but I am liking it a lot.
Now, I did go through the original shows that are available, and there's not a lot right now.
Oh, there's not a ton of original
Disney shows and movies for Disney Plus. There's the previous movies and shows that were
Yes.
created. Talking about new content now, it looked like there was only maybe
There's
like
a
7
handful.
or 8.
There's a handful. There's a
Yeah.
Lady and the Tramp movie.
Oh yeah, that's the.
I don't really
the
care.
live action, right?
Yeah, I don't care for the
Yeah.
live action Disney movies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like them.
None of them? Why? Ooh, do tell. Because I enjoyed a couple of them.
I would just prefer the animated, I think.
Is it nostalgia that gets you?
Sure. But
Right.
sometimes it's just kind of like, I don't love it. I didn't love Maleficent. I didn't see the sequel. I thought Beauty and the Beast was fine.
I didn't mind Beauty and the Beast. I
thought it
actually
was fun.
enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting when they cast Hermione. What's that actress's
Yeah,
name?
someone not French to play a French person.
Yes,
yeah.
but obviously they've been doing that with like
Sure.
all of these new live
Sure.
actions. Everybody's cast differently, but
I mean, I don't know. I didn't care for the Jungle Book. I didn't care for the Lion King. How can you say that that's a live action movie when everything is green screen? How can that be live action?
that's fair. I get you.
So-
it's still an animated movie. It's just really well done.
Oh, it was
animated
beautiful. It was
movie.
beautiful. But it's not
Yeah.
that's not live action. And then
okay,
honestly,
okay.
for me with the Lion King, I felt like it was pretty much just like a shot for shot remake. And
So
I'd rather just watch the cartoon one.
I'm admitting now, I've not seen The Lion King and I've
Don't waste
not
your time.
seen Aladdin.
I have not seen Aladdin,
Now, the missus really liked Aladdin.
and I have heard people liked it.
Yes. So
I have not watched that yet.
It hurts me just because I love Robin Williams.
I like Will Smith though.
And so I know I like
So-
Will Smith too, but when I think of Genie, I think of Robert
It's not Will
Williams.
Smith.
So I think with the changes, you
Yeah.
kind of have to let that go.
You do, yeah, and,
And I need to go into it with that. Those are the two that I haven't seen. Jungle Book, I actually really enjoyed Jungle Book. I didn't like the actor that played Mowgli.
No.
But
and I had a
overall,
huge issue with Christopher Walken as King Louis.
It's funny because it was, anytime Christopher Walken sings anything, it's
Yeah, and he's singing. Rough.
I want to be like you.
Yeah, it's rough.
You.
Yo. It's rough.
You're gonna be wearing gold diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I don't know, and I think
interesting. That was interesting. You're right.
it's bad. I think for me, yeah, there kind of has to be a bit of nostalgia there for you to want to watch this movie. But I can definitely separate, like, this is obviously not the animated movie. But
Sure.
I think as a whole, I just don't care for them. I thought Cinderella visually was great. I loved the costumes. I like Kate Blanchett, and she was the evil stepmother. I liked her.
How old is that one?
Couple years, 3-4 years maybe.
Really? I think it's a lot longer.
I
than
don't know.
that.
I liked
Just
that
'cause
one.
I feel so with all of these new live action remakes happening, I feel like they're kind of all packed
Boom, boom, boom,
together.
boom, boom.
Yeah, they're all packed together right
Yeah.
now
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're
Because they're a cash cow.
Little Mermaid's coming out, Mulan's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one.
4 years old?
4 years old. 4
Cinderella.
Years old. And then there's these offshoots, which I don't know are actually Disney
Like
or
what?
not, like Snow White and the Huntsman.
That's not Disney, I don't believe.
Oh, okay. Which is original stories are from
Yes.
Grimm, right? The Grimm fairy tales.
Yes,
So I think there's been some content pulled from that stuff.
sure.
But
mean,
in general, I think a lot of our generation is just like, that's not what I remember.
And I accept that.
And that's why I don't like it.
I accept
I'm
that.
assuming every 5 to 8 year old is like, this
This is the
amazing.
best. Oh, totally.
Yeah. Oh my God, these dogs are talking. and
Yeah.
they look real. Like Lady and the
Um,
Tramp is probably like, oh, awesome.
I just
But-
think they're okay. And
Yeah.
but I will say that one thing I do like about the live action remakes is that I'm not a huge Broadway musical fan, but my younger sister is, and so I know all the music from them growing up. But like I think one thing that is cool is like Broadway sometimes gets its own storyline. Like
Oh,
it's
sure.
a little bit different. And like a lot of the live action movies bring in a song or scenes or something from the Broadway one.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of them end up with at least one like Broadway song.
Sure.
I think that's really cool that they bring in just more than just the the
Sure.
animated
Sure.
songs. But anyway, basically, talking about Disney Plus kind of leads me to a topic. How do you feel about streaming in general? Like where it's at, where it's going, kind of the market of streaming right now.
So streaming is really funny because we all fell into the trap.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at. Is it really cool to be able to stream all of these services? Absolutely.
Yes.
The fact that you individually now pay for separate streaming services from Disney and Netflix and HBO, and now ABC has their own
Oh,
one.
so does CBS.
And CBS.
So does PBS.
Yeah, no, ABC's Disney. Sorry, CBS. Where it's like you could only watch this Star Trek thing on that specific streaming. We all moved away from cable
Oh yeah.
to enjoy Netflix, which we thought was like just the new
Yeah.
platform. And instead they got us again where instead of adding a package to your cable program, now you just add a package,
Yeah.
which is a streaming service.
Yes.
And now we're back up to hundreds of dollars a month for separate ones.
Right, and
so that's my fucking take.
Yes. We all thought we were so smart.
Yeah.
Like, Dish the cable. We're going to go with Netflix.
Yeah, you sons of bitches.
But then it's like,
Got
oh,
you.
well, Netflix doesn't have Criminal Minds.
Uh-huh.
I got to get CBS All Access.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, well, I need the Disney Plus, so then I'll get Disney Plus. And then it's like, well, I could bundle it with Hulu and get Hulu. Now I'm wasting money if I don't.
Yeah, right.
And then
yeah.
basically you end up spending
so true.
$70 a
Yep.
month to have all your garbage, and then you think, I mean, really, what do you now? I haven't had to pay for cable in a really long time, but like,
Yeah.
it was like $80 to $100 a month.
Well, yeah, right now we're
Oh, because you guys have cable.
We have Dish because we don't
Right.
get cable here.
Right.
I have no internet. For the most part, you have to use a hotspot.
Yeah.
But our bill is $80 a month.
Okay.
I think for Dish services, and that's just because we're on a contract.
Oh, dude,
so
my
it will
parents-
go up.
My
Like,
parents
yeah.
used to have DirecTV,
Yeah.
and it was insane.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny because my dad actually was saying the other day, because we all have the streaming service, we all kind of share, you know, and my dad goes, man, I wish they would just make one company that you could pay to have all the streaming that you want, just all the shows, and I'm like, you know, that's cable, right?
Uh-huh.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not a proponent of cable. Like, I don't think it's that great.
That's because all of the great productions have left it to go to streaming.
Yes. And
It's
and
just a bunch of garbage PBS stuff. No
Yeah.
offense against PBS. I'm just saying, like,
I don't watch it.
there's some better dramatic narratives out
Sure.
there.
And I mean, you know, I get why a lot of people jump ship because they don't want to pay $80 or $100 a month. And, you know, I personally don't want all the junk in my house. I don't want the satellite dish in my house.
Fair.
And then, you know, I don't know if you remember back in the day, cable used to go out all the time and then you'd have to call somebody.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And,
Yep.
you know, for me, who has good internet, I don't have issues. And
Dish is actually not terrible. Like, we don't have outages very
Yeah.
often. Now, they did say I was asking him when they were installing it. It's like, so, you know, will I have outage? These myths and these
Yeah.
lores, right? Of
is a satellite going to
Dish.
fall off
Yeah,
my house?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting this is beaming from space
Yeah.
and back down. Do I have issues
Is it
with
gonna
this?
give me
yeah.
cancer?
Yeah, if the astronaut moves past the satellite, will
Yeah.
I get a break in surface?
Yeah.
And he's just like, sir, none of that happens
Fucking
anymore.
idiot.
He's just like, you stupid ass. Stop asking us questions like this. He said one thing. He goes, the one thing that gets it, it's like the kryptonite
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Dish.
yeah.
He's like, if it freezes and the ice gets on the dish,
Oh, no.
screws it up sometimes. And I was
All
like,
right.
really? So ice
Ice.
is like the one thing. He's like, yeah. And he's like, but it doesn't happen that often here. And I was like, all
I
right,
was going to say, I
cool.
bet in the states
Yeah.
where it gets really, really cold, but
No, you could have issues with it.
Sure.
So I want to go back to something you just said.
Go for it.
So you were kind of talking about how memberships and your family kind of shares those memberships.
don't come for me, Netflix.
No, but what I'm saying, they're right now they're watching.
I know,
the
they're
real
like,
awkward.
"Got her."
You know that podcast those two just started? Get those sons of bitches.
Get that.
Yep,
Get her.
Yep. Find out where that address is. So it's funny that you bring that up because they're actually going to crack down
I
on it.
know, I don't
So
want 'em to.
Netflix basically said they're going to watch your streaming habits and find out like if you're viewing it on separate IPs
Yeah.
often, and then basically like cancel one of those connections.
Better
or
not
something
cancel
like
me.
that. But it's kind of interesting.
I doubt they would. I'm the original account
It's
holder.
kind
so
of, yeah, no, you'd be good.
I'm good.
I just think it's funny because how many people sometimes shared one account? I mean,
Oh.
it had to be, imagine like a college dorm
Oh,
or
yeah.
like a sorority or something like that. They're just like, one account from Susie, and
Yeah.
like all 30 are using
I
it in
think
their
that-
separate rooms.
well, 'cause You guys have my Netflix, don't you?
Yep, we
yeah.
sure. Oh,
Oh, you
no,
don't anymore?
We used to, but we got it free with our phones, so we
Oh,
ended
why
up
not?
getting Netflix.
And I think
yeah.
that's smart too. If you have Verizon, you get Disney Plus for a year.
Which is awesome.
Why not?
It's very cool.
Why not?
I think that those bundle packages are really cool, but it's another thing that gets you
Oh, sure.
free for, and it's just like anything else, right? Free for how long, and
Yeah.
then you get screwed.
I think there's something
So,
else we
yeah.
can get with T-Mobile, but I don't care.
It's funny. So when Netflix first started,
Yeah.
it was,
Just discs.
it was just discs, but when the
Are we talking streaming?
When the streaming first started, I think it was only like $5 or
It was a
$6.
couple bucks.
I think it was like $5.99
Yeah.
or $6.99.
Yeah.
And then every single year,
Uh-huh.
right? So the streaming hasn't changed. The people that have joined it have changed.
Yeah.
But our internet services and our connection speeds have only gotten better.
Yeah. They're like, well,
And I
we gotta
know-
bump it again.
Well, and I know they bump it, and you got to think about this. They bump it because there is some really good production now
I don't mind
from Netflix.
if
So
I have
when-
to pay a couple bucks more
when-
for better content
Yeah.
or for
When-
them to get different contracts.
And that makes sense. I mean, if Netflix though starts to go down the rabbit hole, or not the rabbit hole, but down the shitter
Yeah.
essentially, and it's just garbage content. Like they went from tons of content and then they limited it back. Because I remember one day I'm like going through Netflix, I'm like, where the fuck are all the movies? Because there used to be
everywhere.
Oh, it was like I don't know. It was like 2,000.
Well, think about
films.
now. Okay, Disney,
than
this
that, but-
juggernaut
Yeah.
that owns Fox, Touchstone, all these different production companies.
Everything.
Well, Disney is like, that's ours. Oh, you know what? That's ours too. Ooh, you know what? That's ours too. And so I think Netflix is probably having like a moment right now because.
Oh, their butthole is puckered.
Well, no, did you see that Netflix has now partnered with I almost said Nintendo, Nickelodeon
Yes, I did.
to produce
Yep.
new content.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Okay, so Nickelodeon also has a
Yeah.
streaming service,
Right.
where you can have access to all their old cartoons and stuff.
Hey, dude.
Oh God, I loved that.
Salute your shorts.
That was the best.
I didn't have Nickelodeon as a kid.
Oh, we were Nickelodeon kids.
See,
I only
Disney
watched
kids.
Disney on the free weekends.
See, and the fact that you love Disney Plus for the old shows, it's funny that
Yeah.
you know all of those. Because if someone talked to me, I mean, I know those names because that's what people talk about with Nickelodeon. But if most people like bring up Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
they're like, I love that part and blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, I don't know. I was a sheltered child that
Yeah.
didn't know Nickelodeon.
I didn't watch some
I did.
stuff.
We were Disney only.
There were certain shows we weren't allowed to watch.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no. You got to dive into that. What were you not allowed to watch
we were
on
not allowed to watch
Nickelodeon?
Pete and Pete. We were not allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, Stampy.
I-
Dude, that show's gross.
Yeah, now that I see stuff
Like-
now, I'm like, that's nasty.
Like, what's funny, though, is
I kind of get
SpongeBob,
why. Oh,
it gets away with so much adult
same
humor.
like Adventure
and-
Time.
But Ren and Stimpy.
I mean, Adventure Time's not
Didn't
Nickelodeon,
Ren and
but-
Stimpy originally come out on MTV
Uh,
and then
I
was
think
moved
so.
over? That's
It was
why
definitely
was
like for
s-
adults.
Yes, that's why it was so
we also
oriented.
weren't.
And
We
it's-
also.
yeah. it's-
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
We
yeah.
also weren't allowed to watch Pete and Pete. Rocco's Modern Life. I was not allowed to watch that.
Was that also adult content?
No.
Ren and Stimpy started on Nickelodeon and moved to MTV.
Oh,
So
moved
I wonder.
to MTV.
I wonder if it was a little bit more kid oriented. Then once MTV got it, they were like, "Let's just adult it up."
I don't know. Oh,
Let's
and we
make
were
it-
not allowed to watch MTV at all. Like if
I-
my mom heard it on, it would be like, "Shut up, TV!" Like, oh man.
That's literally like one of the music videos. And then
Yeah.
kids watching MTV.
We
or
were
watching
not
something.
allowed to
Get
watch
off
it.
of that.
We were not allowed to watch it.
We were an MTV family. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
my dad is a rock star, by the way.
Oh,
Like
right.
legit.
Okay.
Long hair, guitar playing,
Got it.
son of a gun. And so I grew up on like that 80s
Sure.
rock. And so he always had it on. I walk in, I don't know, I'm 8 or 9 and Warrant Cherry
Yeah.
Pie is
Oh,
playing on the
God.
TV with just like a sexy lady in booty shorts.
Yeah, it
licking-
doesn't like a
licking-
piece of pie like fall into her lap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she just like licks her lips the entire
Sure.
music video, and it's funny because I know my dad's just kind of like,
Yeah.
"This is pretty awesome, isn't it?" And I'm just like, "That's so cool. You're so cool." You're like, that's my kid
I hope your
voice.
voice was like that when you were a
Dad,
kid.
is this my cherry pie? Yeah,
back
but
when you were a kid, you were like, "Man, pie, that sounds great right
yeah, I love pie
now." Cherry's not my
and
favorite.
blondes now.
What?
When I was a kid,
Oh yeah, all right.
because I watched Warren, yeah,
Got
whatever.
it. Got it.
So anyway, yeah, we were MTV was not an issue
Yeah, it wasn't my house.
for our family, but then my family was really lax about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, mine
we
wasn't.
were not uptight.
And then we also could not
About
watch The
that stuff.
Simpsons.
My dad, funny enough, he recorded the very first Simpsons episode
Really?
on VHS,
Which is also now on Disney Plus.
yeah, and recorded like he probably had, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons on VHS
Really?
tapes.
Wow.
Like he would go and he would make sure that it was recorded.
Wow.
Right when it first started, and he had them, and I remember.
Did he ever rewatch them?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We watched. I used to rewatch the original one, the very first episode. It's like a Christmas episode or something
Okay.
like that, and it was way mild in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
and then it got like progressively like more.
Well, because originally
Pop
wasn't The
culture
Simpsons like a
taboo,
short
yeah.
on the Tracy Ullman show or something?
Oh.
And it was like a short on a variety show, and then they made it its own thing.
Crazy.
But
Crazy.
I mean, now it's this weird thing that's still on.
It is the longest running episodic TV show
I think-
in history.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive. It's
It's crazy.
30 years.
I think so.
30 years. So
But yeah, we were not allowed to watch The
That's
Simpsons.
crazy.
But then my dad liked it. So my dad would get home from work, for my mom would.
yeah.
and The Simpsons would be on right when we'd be like making dinner.
Dude, he's sneaking.
He would.
He was sneaking.
We would all watch The Simpsons, you know, so and we're in front of the TV like this, like watching The
Yeah.
Simpsons. And then one of us had to be on like ear lookout for when
His
my
mom's
car
coming,
pulled
mom's
into the
coming.
driveway. Be like, mom's home, mom's
Turn
home.
it
And
off,
then
turn it
be
off.
like, turn to channel 4. Like,
Fumble Rooski, fumble
yeah.
Rooski,
Oh yeah. And then
get
we
outta
had to
here.
like, pretend like act normal.
And she just comes in.
Simpsons is
Somebody's
on.
watching the fucking Simpsons in here. Looking at you guys.
You bitches were watching The Simpsons. No,
So that's your take. That's your take on streaming too, then, right?
Yeah, sure, streaming.
Yes.
No.
So you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's we're at an interesting place.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people kind of feel this like fatigue of like, okay, what else do I have to pay for? What
Right.
else?
Yep,
And
yep.
things that used to be free now aren't free. And like
Yeah.
Hulu, for instance, used to be free. You just had to watch ads. But then it was, well, if you want all the content, now you got to pay us a couple bucks a month. And
There's
then,
still ads.
Well, right. So
It
Hulu
doesn't
used to
matter.
be, well,
Yeah.
if you pay for it,
Yeah.
you don't have to watch ads.
Right.
Then they were like, well, you got to watch some ads.
Right.
And then they're like, now you got to pay us more. So now, where Hulu's at, for me at least, if you want to pay $7 or $8 a month, you got to watch ads, and you can have access to all their junk. But if you want no ads, it's like $60 a month, but you still got to watch some ads.
See, and that's just it. Is what's the point?
Right.
Through all of this, YouTube has been a platform that you
Yes.
can watch for free. I mean, you need internet, but for free. And there are some amazing content.
But they have
creators.
ads.
They do have ads.
But
You're right. But
But
free.
they do have YouTube Premium.
Yes, and YouTube there's that YouTube Red.
Yes.
So with YouTube Red, it's really funny. So a lot of people listen to music on YouTube because a
Yes.
lot of the mixes have been downloaded.
Yes.
YouTube Red, one thing, the difference is between them.
Yeah.
YouTube, you couldn't turn off the video and just let sound play.
Yes. You can now.
You can with YouTube Red. So it's
Oh.
literally a feature
I-
you pay for so you can listen to music and click your phone
I
off
have
and have
YouTube
the audio
Red.
continue. Yeah.
I pay for Google Play Music.
Oh,
so
I see.
which gives
Yeah.
me YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
Which cool. I
Yeah.
don't care. But yeah, I guess I have that special
That's
feature.
great.
But I don't listen to music on Google.
Yeah.
I mean on YouTube. So
So to that point of
Yes.
YouTube is everybody bitches and complains about all of these content things, and you've got, even though it's ads, it's free.
yes,
To this day, you still don't have to pay to watch content creator stuff.
correct.
I mean, unless you go buy the detergent that it
yeah.
added for the advertisement.
Sure.
But aside from that, so you're telling me, so I should watch The Mandalorian,
Yes.
and we should.
Oh, we're also watching all of the Marvel movies in chronological
Yes,
order.
and in fact, I threw Iron Man
I
on
saw
here just because that's
I
the
miss a DVD menu screen.
That's
oh,
the-
have you noticed on Disney Plus? Go look at like a movie.
yeah.
And if you go scroll down a little bit, they have like where you can look at the chapters and stuff. They have like extras, and it's like the DVD bonus content.
Oh, yes, in fact, there is on Disney Plus, and I read about this. The Avengers Endgame. There's
Okay.
like a special scene you couldn't get.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not there in the timeline
It's
yet.
Iron Man's daughter.
Oh.
Like, there's a scene with her in it that you didn't get in the theaters or
Oh.
the theatrical release. At least I don't think so.
All right.
And I think they made it special for Disney Plus. So there's like some
What
cool
makes sense.
features in it.
Yeah.
But yes, the fact that you can watch all the Marvel movies.
Hell yeah!
Anytime you want.
We started with Captain America. I'm not watching the TV shows, so I did not watch Agent Carter because I've
Okay,
already seen
yeah.
it. Captain America, Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk,
Oh, you're watching it in
Chronological order.
chronological order. Sorry.
and then we
I missed
watched.
that.
God, listen to what I say. Then we watched Thor.
Yep.
Now the next thing we need to watch is Avengers.
Do you feel like the continuity is screwed up because they did it retroactively?
Not too bad.
Okay.
For
yeah,
what it's
that's
worth,
pretty,
like
that's pretty good writing if you think
so
about it.
far,
Yeah.
like things have worked together
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
I will say Iron Man, the original Iron Man, is rough.
Really?
Like it's still great. It's still great. But,
But
like
it's-
Iron Man and Iron Man 2.
It's 12 years old.
Oh, totally. Like
yeah,
it's
it's
rough.
old.
And then but Iron Man 2 is not great.
Yeah, and that was during the writer's strike.
Totally.
And you can tell.
Black Widow's hair is awful. It looks like dreadlocks. It's so bad. But then you have Mickey Rourke's hair, which is even worse.
Well, Mickey Rourke's hair and just face
just Mickey
in
Rourke,
general.
and then just saying, "I want my bird,"
He's
like,
like,
over and over.
Give me my bird.
That's not my bird.
me bird.
Like,
He says it too much.
well, the whole time we're watching it, I'm looking
Give
at
me
John.
my bird.
I want my bird.
Ash and I do that too. If we watch that movie,
I want
we're just
my
back
bird.
and
Like,
forth.
it's
Give
rough.
me my bird.
Man, but I mean,
Ivan, I got your bird. I love what's that character's
Sam
name?
Rockwell
Yes, dude.
with like
Ivan, I'll
with
get you
the
your bird.
self tanner hands.
Yeah,
like,
that's so good.
it's honestly like at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's not that bad. But okay, you need to go rewatch Thor because his character design in the first movie is rough.
terrible.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I know, and his hair is like blondie.
Oh, his
surfer
hair is
dude.
gross, and his eyebrows are blonde, and
Yes.
they're rough,
Some bad
man.
ones. I think we can dedicate an entire episode to the Marvel films.
Oh,
and we
easily.
should.
Yes,
I would love that.
That coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Okay, so
Streaming.
that was good. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked. Yeah, you got streaming out of the way. And I know that I need to check out Mandalorian. So
Do
there's
it.
on those shows. on
Baby
Disney Plus.
Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda. Oh, and I researched something, just a little snippet. So they still don't know Yoda's race
No, you don't know if
Yeah.
it is Yoda. They call
Yeah.
him the child,
Okay.
but
Spoiler alert.
he looks like Baby Yoda.
He looks like Baby Yoda.
Yeah, so check it
Cool.
out. And check us out on Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast.
Yes, we have one photo up.
Heck yeah. No, after tonight we'll have two.
And we have one follower.
It's me.
No.
Oh.
We've got no.
I was
Aside
gonna be like,
from
it's
you,
us.
Aside from you and I, we have a follower
How? Because we have
from
posted
the
nothing.
from the Retro Gamer magazine.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've just posted one photo.
Wow.
And we haven't even posted
Well,
our content
thanks.
online.
Thanks. Let's get some content up.
Well, now that you can log in, we're good. So
Yeah, now that I
yeah.
can.
Cool. Where can people find? So that's where they can find us. Where can they find you?
Well, at Real Awkward Podcast, we will have the links to both of our personal Instagrams.
Yes, I love it.
I think it's easier that way.
I agree.
Okay.
But also, subscribe to my YouTube channel,
Oh yeah, what's your YouTube channel called?
Pac-Man Case.
I do not have a YouTube channel, so
will.
subscribe to his YouTube channel.
You should do makeup tutorials.
Nope.
You should do hair tutorials.
No.
You should do tutorials about doing tutorials.
No.
Dang it, I tried.
Okay, thanks.
All right, guys.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys on the next one.